Wow, what a day, what a day, what a day. Well, the Continental Congress is over. The ending proceedings, what did they call them? Closing proceedings?
Closing ceremony.
Closing ceremony, that was it. Closing ceremony was really nice. They lined up all the flags and marched in, and they had, what were they? Minutemen? Were they Minutemen? Revolutionary Minutemen and authentic garb, the whole 9 yards. You wouldn't believe the rifles those guys were toting. That one short guy, he had a long-ass rifle that Larry says was a sniper rifle. It was taller in the air than the taller guys with their smaller rifles. And these things were hefty. It looked like they weighed an awful lot. Man, I deal with firearms all the time, but not like those. Shoot, I wouldn't want to try and shoot that thing. I mean, it was probably accurate as long as the barrel was. So, what came out of the Continental Congress? Well, they're working on printing things right now. We've got all of our reports in some sort of cognizant fashion. I haven't reviewed it yet. I have to take a look. Since I'm on the tech website committee, I have all the certified copies of all the documents. That means I don't necessarily have to have a formatted hard copy in order to say this is what it says. That's great. I can't wait to see the printed copies. They say it's 54 pages long. We documented violations of the Constitution. 54 pages of them. I did a few pages myself. It's not what a lot of you hardcore activists expect. You're going to look at it and you're just going to say, well, what is it? It's like, you know what? This isn't really a document that says, yeah, you should go out and you should do this and you should do that and you should do that. It's more like, think about this. Think about that. You know, look at this here. This is, okay, what kind of example can I give you? I served on the faithfully execute clause committee. You may say, what does that mean, faithfully execute? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, see this? Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. This is the supreme law of the land. If you don't know what it says in this little bitty tiny book, then you don't want to know what the supreme law of the land is, and you don't know how you've been breaking it. You see, a lot of people say schools. A lot of people I know say government indoctrination centers. You go to learn what they want you to learn. And they teach you, if they teach you XYZ, you know XYZ. Well, if they teach you XZ, you don't know why. You need to get one of these. You need to look at it. You need to read it. You need to see what it says to see what the basic ideas of the basic laws are. Once you have a good rudimentary understanding of what the basic laws are, you can apply them in certain situations. Well, you can basically apply them in every situation. You can say, who owns me? I own me. Look at that. I'm in demand already. I turn my cell phone on and it's already going off. Hello, you're live on Ed's webcam. Can I help you? Hi, Kath. I'm speaking with Kath McCubbins, from the delegate from Alaska. What can I do for you? Yes, I'm in the middle of recording Ed's daily report with the closing ceremonies edition. So. Okay. Oh, you know what? Somebody saw that on the table and said, what is this? I didn't know what it was. It looked like a piece of packing stuff. And I said, I don't know. And they said, can I have it? I said, I don't know. And I think they took it off the table. I left my plug bar and my computer cord and everything down there and forgot about it. I had to run down there. They were taking the place apart and I barely found them. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey, I'm sorry about that, but when you're in demand, you're in demand. What can I say? I've made so many contacts. So many contacts. I can't wait to show you this. Remember this? Huh? Common Sense Revisited. Super pamphlet. You know, a lot of the things that are in here reference to what's in here. Thomas Paine wrote Common Sense, centered around, and a lot of people understood some of the basic things. Okay? Well, I just happen to know Delegate Clyde Cleveland from Iowa?
Iowa.
Yeah, from Iowa. And a day before yesterday, I asked him, hey, man, would you sign me one of these? He said, we'll start to whip out his pen. Sure, Ed. No, but I said, no. Take your time. He says, oh, okay. You want me to sign it? The guy, Clyde Cleveland, is the man who wrote this. Okay? You talk about activism. He wrote something like this. He didn't put his name on it. He wanted it to be anonymous to start with. But after it got really popular and everything, I found out this guy wrote this, and I was so thrilled to meet him. He was kind of thrilled to meet me, too. And he's going to be coming out to Phoenix pretty soon. I'm going to get a hall, and we're going to have the author of Common Sense Revisited come and speak to the communities. That's right. I'm going to take it to the streets. I'm going to take it to the communities. I'm going to set up some sort of hall so Clyde Cleveland can address Common Sense Revisited, and maybe we can help some of the people, good people of Phoenix, to learn what's in here and understand it, okay? Because how can you tell if there's a violation to it if you don't know what it is? This education, it has to be the first thing that we do in the revolution of the mind and trying to take our country back, okay? Is we want to educate the people on what the law is. And once they are educated enough, and it doesn't take very much, okay? I had a pretty good handle on the Constitution before I got here. But after crunching minds with some brilliant people, they've been doing this for a long time, I learned a lot about it. And you know what? There's a lot in there that I don't know. There was a lot of committees that I couldn't be on every committee at once. Every committee I was on, I learned quite a bit about this book and the law of the land. Just by trying to research it and trying to find out, you know, we would have a subject like Second Amendment and say, what does the law say? And we'd comb through the law and we'd find everything that had to do with Second Amendment. And we'd look at those laws and we'd think, well, you know, so-and-so is doing this and so-and-so is doing that, and somebody else is supposed to be doing this and they aren't. And each one of those is a violation. So is what we did. We wrote them up as violations, and then we hashed out, well, you know, what do you do on something like this? An example. Now here is an example that's going to touch on people in my state of Arizona. It's going to touch on them like a match, because right now there's a war going on in Arizona. There's a war going on for Arizona. There are people that have trespassed in our country. Okay, trespassing is a law. That means when somebody owns something and you tread upon it without permission, you've broken a law. And with laws come consequences. Well, we documented people that were supposed to, according to this, be taking care of that. And it's a violation, so we send instructions to that person, and instructions to their boss, and instructions to their boss's boss, and then instruction to their boss's boss's boss. Now, we got instructions going to all of these levels, all the way up to who's responsible, and said, y'all need to do something about this, okay? How many of you people are going to sign on to that document and say, you know, I understand what's going on here, and I want them to straighten it out too? And if that's the case, then you're going to sign the document, become a signator. And we'll see if we can't get this straightened out. You know, that's what accountability is being made accountable for one's actions or for dereliction of one's duties. So there's part of what came out of Continental